Good day everyone. Today we'll be talking about manufacturing of eco-friendly pneumatic tires. Firstly, what is eco-friendly pneumatic tires? Eco-friendly pneumatic tires are made by looking at the natural use and the steps involved in the manufacturing process. Pneumatic tires are made of rubber and filled with compressed air, similar to the tires used on most cars and trucks. They help absorb shock from bumps and rough surfaces, making for a smoother and more comfortable ride. The elements that can contribute to the eco-friendliness of a tire, including the use of sustainable materials in their construction, their longevity, and rigorous testing. Furthermore, there's something called the magic triangle of tire performance, which consists of rolling resistance, skid resistance, and wear resistance. Rolling resistance refers to the energy loss occurring in the tire due to the deformation of the contact area and the damping properties of the rubber, whereas skid resistance refers to the tire's ability to grip the road surface in wet conditions, which is crucial for safety, and wear resistance refers to the tire's lifespan and its ability to withstand wear and tear. Among these three, rolling resistance is the key measure for the eco-friendliness of tire. Why? Because it has big effects on how much fuel a vehicle uses and also how much greenhouse gas it emits.
Compounding ingredients.
Formulations using the natural rubber are synthetic rubbers. In making eco-friendly pneumatic tires, natural rubber is often chosen as a main base materials because it has a renewable sources, break down naturally, and has a great elasticities and strength. Synthetic rubber like styrene butadiene rubbers (SBRs) can also be used. Fillers such as silicas or carbon blacks are added to strengthen the rubbers. To improve the flexibilities, pesticides are added and the curing process is done using either the sulfur or peroxides along with a safe, non-toxic snacks. Possible nature-based ingredients. There are several nature-based ingredients that can be included in a rubber formulations. For examples, biofillers like rice husk, ash, and coconut shell powders help reduce the environmental harms. Plant-based oils such as palm oil or soybean oil also used as pesticides. Pine resin is good natural resin that helps to improve the takiness. Next, biopolymers like polylactic acid PLA can also be blended in eco-friendly based ingredients.
Now I'm going to explain about mixing procedure. First thing first, we should know why mixing is important. Mixing is important to ensure ingredients are well distributed within natural rubber, so we can enhance the performance and eco-friendliness of pneumatic tire. These are two equipment that we use for mixing procedure, which is on the left we have internal mixer, or we call it membrane mixer, and on the right side is NURUL mill. Now we move to internal mixer or membrane mixer. Internal mixer or membrane mixer is used mostly for bulk mixing since it is a closed system and have high shear capability. This will ensure natural rubber efficiently blended with fillers and additives. From internal mixer, the compound then moves to two-roll mill. The function of two-roll mill is to enhance the dispersion of ingredient and improve the uniformity of the compound. We can also adjust the thickness and prepare sheets for the next process. In mixing process, there are two stages, which is first master batch mixing and second final mixing, where we will add the curatives. So why it is important? This is important to avoid premature vulcanization mixing. For master batch mixing, natural rubber loaded into the internal mixer and masticate for about 1 to 2 minutes. Then we add filler gradually, such as silica, which is an eco-friendly alternative to carbon black, processing oil, zinc oxide, stearic acid, anti-degradants, natural resins, and lignin. The temperature should be between around 140 to 160 degrees Celsius, and rotor speed should be controlled to make sure proper dispersion. After that, the compound discharged and cool it. And for the next stage is the final mixing, where curatives added using two-roll mill. The curative or sulfur, which is a cross-linking agent, and accelerators. The compound mix at lower temperature, which is around 70 to 100 degrees Celsius, to prevent scorching. Then sheet out the compound for shaping.
Next is shaping. Shaping is a fundamental stage in tire production where rubber materials are transformed into structural components and then assembled into a complete uncured tire, commonly called a green tire. This process is divided into two main phases, which are the preparation of the individual components and the tire building stage. Next, component preparation. Tire parts are formed using specific processing machines, which are extrusion, calendering, and bead assembly. First, for extrusion, rubber compounds are pushed through dies to form continuous profiles such as streets and sidewalls. These profiles are cooled and cut to length. Temperature control during extrusion is crucial for reducing energy use and emissions. For calendering, this process compresses rubber into thin sheets and laminates it into fabric or steel cords. The resulting layers are used for carcass plate and inner liners. Sustainable production may involve the use of recycled or natural fibers. And last, for bead assembly, steel wires are coated with rubber and formed into beads, which ensure the tire remains fixed to the rim under pressure. Next, for tire building, once all components are prepared, they are assembled on a rotating drum. First, a layer of air-resistant rubber is applied to form the inner liner, and second, carcass plies made of rubberized fabric are laid over the liner to provide strength. Third, beads are installed at both edges, and the carcass is folded over them to lock them in place. And four, reinforcing belts and the street are added to improve durability and traction. Next, sidewalls are placed on either side to protect internal layers, and the inside structure is stitched and shaped either by inflation or rolling to ensure component bonding before the curing.
After a tire is built with all its components, it still needs one final and important step. It is curing. This process transforms the raw materials into a strong and durable tire ready for the road. The curing process begins after all the tire components are assembled. To make a tire, up to 30 raw materials are mixed, including natural and synthetic rubber, sulfur, steel, carbon black, and fibers. Then, parts like tread, sidewalls, and belts are put together to form a green or uncured tire. This green tire is placed into a curing press, which contains a mold and a center bladder. Steam is pumped into the bladder, pressing the tire tightly into the mold and shaping it. At this stage, high heat between 170 to 200 degrees Celsius and pressure up to 350 psi vulcanize the rubber. This process makes the tire strong, elastic, and long-lasting. But if curing happens too fast or too slow, the tire can be weakened or even damaged. Finally, curing gives the tire its final tread pattern and ensures good performance on the road.